Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool washer suspension spring kit. It's going to be a very easy repair and it's only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new suspension spring kit. The suspension springs support the tub assembly. The main reason to be changing them out is if they're worn or damaged and the washer is going out of balance. In order to get to the part, we have to go around back. Now that we're around back, we can use our 1/4" nut driver to take out the screws that hold the top on. Once you have the screws out, we can take the top off. We're going to lift up on the back a little bit and then pull it back so the front releases. Once you have it released, you can lift it off and set it aside. Now that we have the top off, we have access to the suspension springs. There's one located on each side. The one on this side is behind the dispenser. We're going to only change one out at a time because we don't want to put too much weight on the suspension. So we're going to take this one out first. The tub assembly is pretty heavy, so you want to be careful when you lift it up. You want to just lift it up high enough to unhook the suspension spring from the frame. Once you have it off, you want to carefully lower it down. You don't want to drop it and break it on anything down there. Then you can carefully unhook the suspension spring from the tub. Once you have it off, you can pull it out of the washer. Here's one of the old suspension springs next to the new suspension spring kit. If you already have this, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. In order to put the new suspension spring on, all you have to do is carefully hook it into the tub and then lift it up so we can hook it into the frame. Once you have this side in, we can go do the other side. In order to get the suspension spring off on this side, we have to shift the dispenser housing over so we can reach down and grab it. So we have to move everything out of the way. First thing we're going to do is use our 1/4" nut driver to take the support bar out. Next we're going to take the detergent drawer out. All you have to do is pull it out till it stops and then hit the little release lever and pull it out the rest of the way. Once you have it out, you can set it aside. Now we can use our Torque 20 driver to take out the 2 screws that hold in the dispenser assembly. If the screw doesn't come out, you can get it out in a minute when we take the console off. Next we have to take the console off, so we're going to open up the washer door. And there's a Phillips screw right here at 12 o'clock we have to take out. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take it out. Now that we have the screw out, we can take the console off. There's a couple locking tabs across the top that we have to unsnap. Once you have the locking tabs released, you don't just want to pull it off. You have to go from the back behind the electronic control. There's a little locking tab right here. We're going to press on it with a flathead screwdriver. Once you have it released, then we can pull the console off. Once you have the tab released, we're going to carefully turn the console over and just set it on top of the washer. Once you have it on the washer, we can close the washer door. Now that we have the console out of the way, we can use the Torque 20 driver to remove this last screw. Now that we have the screw out, we're going to use our pliers to compress this clamp and move it up so we can take this hose off to give us more room to slide the dispenser housing over. Once you have the hose moved down, you can let it go, and then we're going to grab a flathead screwdriver to help take the hose off the fitting. Now we can move the dispenser over so we can get to the suspension spring. There's a little locking tab that holds it to the frame, so we're going to slide it back till it's released. Once you have the dispenser housing off the frame, you can just kind of swing it out of the way And then we can reach in and take the suspension spring off. Once you have it off the frame, you can carefully lower the tub down so nothing breaks or is damaged. And then we can unhook it from the tub. Once you have it off, you can pull it out of the washer. Now we can put the new suspension spring in on this side. Remember, the tub is very heavy, so you want to be careful. We're just going to reach down and connect it into the tub. Once you have the suspension spring hooked in the frame, we can put the washer back together. First thing we're going to do is put the dispenser back in. We're going to line up the support leg with the opening in the cabinet. Once you have it in there, you can push it forward. Then we're going to put in these 2 screws on the right side of the dispenser. We're going to use our Torque 20 driver to put them in. Now that we have those in, we can go around back and reattach the water hose. To put the hose on, all you have to do is line it up and push it on to the dispenser. You want to make sure that the plastic piece goes right in the center of the fitting, and then you can push it on until it bottoms out. Once you have it in place, we can grab our pliers and compress the clamp and move it up so we get a good seal. Once you have the clamp in place, we can lift up the support bar and line it up. Once you have it in place, we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws in. Now that we have the support bar on, we can put the console on. To put the console on, we're going to open up the door to get it out of the way so we have access to the screw hole. And then we can lift up the console and turn it around. And you want to put this locking tab through the opening that we took it out of earlier. Once you have the tab in, we can rotate the console over to snap it in. And as you close it, you want to make sure that the little metal bracket that has a screw hole in it goes on the inside of the console. Once you have it on the inside, we can snap the console on. Once you have it in place, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screw in. Now we can close the washer door. And then we can put in the last screw that holds the console and the dispenser together. We're going to use our Torque 20 driver to put it in. Once you have it tightened down, we can put the detergent drawer back in. To put the drawer in, all you have to do is line it up with the rails and push it all the way in. Once you have it in place, we can put the top back on the washer. In order to put the top back on, we're just going to set the front of the panel in between that plastic ridge and the front console. Once you have it in there, we're going to lower it down and push it forward at the same time. Once you have it all the way in, you can set the back down. Then we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws in. Now that we have the washer put back together, we can plug it back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.